Morgan. That's the gold mine. Okay, we're heading up the mountain towards Mount Morgan. Just south, about 35 minutes southwest of Rockhampton. Okay, we're at the top now. Next little town will be Struckoil. There's not much to see there, so we'll get back shortly. Here's a little village of Struckoil. Not much of a village. And we got Barree and Mount Morgan. It's the first little glimpses of Barree in the distance up there. Welcome to Mount Morgan. Mount Morgan, 100 years of gold. So this was a really big gold mining town back in the day. And the old gold mine's still here. It's pretty heavily polluted. And that was the Razorback Road back there, just to our right. And there's apparently a mining operation that's going to kick off again, going through all the tailings of there's the chimney stack from the mine. Yeah, they're going to go through all the old tailings. I reckon they've got a fair bit more gold to get out of there, but there's a big dam up there that's very heavily polluted, so they've got to be able to do something with all that polluted water. So yeah, we're coming into the town right now. This is a lovely little town that I'd really like to live in myself, but not so much the missus. Lots of little old, very old, quaint little workers' cottages around here. Now, depending on who you talk to, some people will say this is like two-headed town, but I'll fit in perfectly. We're going to go to Mount Morgan Gun Shop. It's a really good little place. Everyone up around this area who's into their shooting sports all highly recommend it. I've been in there before, had a good chat to old mate. And yeah, that's why we're going back. Have a bit of a chat and look at some old stuff. He also sells, I think it's not just the gun shop, but it's Mount Morgan Gun Shop and Outdoors store. So he sells camping equipment, gold fossicking sort of stuff. I believe that's the Dee River. There's a dam up there, a really nice dam. We may get to go up there a little bit. And the gold mine here, some of the profits from here ended up starting up BP, British Petroleum. So, and the money from here also largely got Rockhampton on the map and got a lot of the infrastructure for Rockhampton built. Okay, so we're pretty much pulling over right here. Yeah, he sells bait as well. I don't see why not. Loading zones are okay on weekends. 2-hour parking. This is us. Okay, so this is the store, open on a Sunday. Okay, turn right here. It's an old hotel, still operating. Nice shady trees in the main street. And then either road on the left hand, on the right hand side, hun, we can go down there.
This here?
This one, either or, doesn't matter which one. It's a big old hall, assembly area. It's a grand, oh, it's a police station. Ooh. Okay, turn left here, darling. Okay, so Mount Morgan, old town, as you can sort of see, Scottish flag. Lots of cheap little, well, relatively cheap houses, considering nothing in Australia is cheap anymore for housing. Gold City, antique, sporting, jewellery, blah blah blah. Yeah, but you can still buy a house here for under 400,000. This is the southern end of town, heading out of town, and we're just going to keep going for a little bit. There's a really old school cemetery down here, but this town's, yeah, it's got a police station. It's only got a small shops, I guess, an IGA or a Drake's or whatever it is, which is like a small grocery store. It's got a hospital. It's got a, I'm pretty sure it's got a high school as well as a primary school. Nice little dam. And is this cemetery? Yeah, that's the cemetery there. Got a rural fire brigade, ambulance and all that sort of stuff, so it's got everything that you need. It's only 35 minutes out of Rockhampton, the main city. Okay, you can just turn around anywhere you want to. Oh, and we got a men's shed. This is the local men's shed. For those who don't know, this is that's sort of like a council provided or place where men, older fellas can hang out. They usually got woodworking tools and other tools there that I've seen them fix up push bikes before that they get donated from the dump and they can give away to charities and, you know, people with less fortunate sort of situations. Okay, have a little nosy sticky beak up here. Yeah, and there's some very old grave sites here. Obviously with the mine there was a lot of mining deaths and injuries and that back in the day. I don't think we'll get out and stop today, but a mate of mine's told me that yeah, there's lots of interesting graves with very old English sort of steam bucket. Very interesting sort of little stories on the tombstones. So it'd be interesting to go in there and see if it's all divided into Catholic and Protestant sort of graves like they would have done back in the day. Okay dear, we can just keep going. Righto. And it looks like apparently the Razorback Road I mentioned earlier was closed because of storm damage, but allegedly it's opened again, so we might head down there. And there's That's the route where the old good my side. That's the route where the old railway line to the gold mine used to take, and because it was so steep, they used a rack system on the train, kind of like a roller coaster, and I believe that was the first rack rail system in Australia, brought out specifically for that mine. But yeah, I really like this. It's what, an hour from the coast. I think the elevation's around 600 meters above sea level. It's pretty much a rural town, or it is a rural town. And there's pigs and deer in the area, so there's hunting not too far out of town. There's fishing in the little dam. Did you want to go up to the dam and just have a... Yeah, we can go. There's another old dodgy looking hotel. We'll go have a look at the number 7 dam, it's called. Looks like a nice little spot to go fishing, take the kids. Servo, yeah. Even if I just get myself an investment property up here or something, I'm just drawn to this little town.
Do you remember where to go?
Yep. So we go down this little hill here, and I think it's at First Street on the right where that Forby went. I believe this is the Dee River that we're crossing here. If we turn right here, and just follow this up, this is the Dee River, and there's like an old, they call it a rope bridge or a sway bridge or whatever it is. That dodgy looking bridge there that goes over the creek or the river. And just follow this all the way to the end here. That's the main part of the town on the other side of that river over there. And this road just runs parallel with the river and then branches off just here. Oh, no, just keep going, dear. Yeah, so there's a good mix of like nice quaint little workers' cottages that are well kept, and then there's other ones that are just really run down. So, but it is a very nice quiet little town. It's got a local footy team, so you will cricket field and all the usual stuff that you'll get in an Australian town. Toilets, yoga here if you're interested. Oh yeah, that's where, yeah, we're at the right spot. So you can turn around here with caravans and boats and things like that. It's the end of the road, and this is the dam. maybe drive up there just to, we don't need to get out, we can just do a little scenic tour. We've been here before. So yeah, you got this big shelter with a kids playground, toilets, barbecues, plenty of barbecues and picnic tables and that. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, that's just more of the dam. This might be the dam wall actually over here. Yeah. So this is where the town gets its water from as well. The town was actually known, and it was always quite cheap because the town used to have issues with droughts and the dam going pretty dry and a lack of water. But there's now plans to pipe water up from the main Fitzroy River from down near Gracemere somewhere. That's another suburb at the bottom of the range. And since then, the housing prices have like doubled since that was announced. So yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much the tour of Mount Morgan. Film the rest, I can always edit some out. So there's a old historic rail complex at this next left here. Oh, okay, we'll go down and have a little drive by. There's the mine in the background there. So this is the original Mount Morgan railway station. There is a museum here.
And does it come back out onto the road?
I can't remember if it comes out or not. There's this old building. Oh yeah, it might do. I don't know if the gate will be opened or closed though. Looks, oh yeah, looks opened.